Welcome. Please start by telling me who you are and what you're doing. What's your function?
My name is Jaap Gerretsen. I'm founder and co-director of Clever. And Clever is a serious game agency based in Utrecht, center of Holland. And we are busy developing games and apps for learning in a broader sense. And a lot of that learning is taking place in the care business. And we've been invited to Games for Health because we are the winner of the Future of Health Award last year. And so we're now...
Sounds big. A big prize.
It is a big prize.
Yes.
It's a European prize, and
Really?
it's also a lot of money. It's €200,000. That's not for me. It's not for buying a Ferrari.
Shame.
That's a pity. But we're spending that money now on the development of the game.
Yeah.
And I've done a presentation of the current state of development. And we're halfway in the development of the game. So we're busy designing, testing, redesigning, and coding, of course.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm here.
Yeah. You say you're in the serious games business. For how long for?
We've been active since 2008, 4 years now. We started out small with just me and my partner, and now we're, including interns, 10 people. And we're based in the Dutch Game Garden, which is kind of the epicenter of game development in the Netherlands.
Yeah. Are there a lot of competitors here in Holland who are working in the same field as yourselves?
Yes, there are quite a lot of serious game developers who are...
More than abroad, for example? Or?
I think compared to the size of the country, there are a lot of serious game developers in the Netherlands, and they're pretty good also.
Yeah. So how is this possible? Not that they're good, but why are there so many, and why are they so good?
I think it's a combination. The Netherlands are digitally advanced. There are a lot of smartphones, a lot of broadband connections, so there's a good infrastructure. But also there are good universities, good art schools train in game arts and that kind of stuff. So there's talent, there's a market, and there's also what I think is the mentality of Dutch and Dutch designers. So there's a tradition of designing well-made products, and I think that tradition extends to serious game development.
Yeah. Is there also a large market here?
Yes, but not large enough. I think as an entrepreneur in games, I'm not only a designer, of course. You look at, I think the Dutch market is too small to develop big games. But I think the public, because of the broadband and the smartphones, is susceptible for these kind of solutions. And the Dutch are, how do you say it? You don't have a lot of hierarchy in Dutch organizations. So gaming and playing to learn is something that fits
within our culture.
Within our culture, with the Dutch mentality, I think.
But when you say the market isn't really big enough, does that mean when you develop a game, you have to look abroad?
Yes.
Once you're doing that, you have to talk to people in England or America or elsewhere.
I think that's really important. If you, Holland can be a very good start market because it's advanced. So it's a good playground to start developing. But if you want it really to monetize on your production, you have to go abroad because it's only 60 million people in the Netherlands. 17. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your story today? Why are you here exactly?
Well, I'm here to meet a lot of people who are busy in the same field as I am.
Yeah.
But I've been invited to present Heartfill, of course.
Yeah.
Heartfill is the game that won us
Won
the
the prize, yeah.
and
Yeah.
and what I think is interesting about Heartfill is that it's a game that is not so much a game that you have to play for a long time and get more healthy. No, it's a game which that fits an existing program of lifestyle improvement. So it enhances existing programs and that way helps coaches, hospitals to improve their projects. And you have these kind of projects where, for instance, people have to. Ik loop even vast. Where people want to improve their lifestyle because they are heart patients.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah. So they have to move more,
Yeah.
smoke less, drink
you have
nothing.
to quit smoking
Yeah.
or whatever. And usually you do that in a group. You have a coach and in a group.
Yeah.
And what we looked at is the process. Is how can we enhance this program if you have a support group? Because the problem is in between your group sessions every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's where you have to really start working.
Yeah.
And the chances that you relapse in this period and that you fall back to bad habits is between sessions.
Yeah.
So we look how can we create a more effective method to do this. And so we designed a social game that challenges people in between those periods. So everything I do in real life gets rewarded with game credits, but also it connects me to my fellow players from my support group. You have a kind of support group in your pocket with your smartphone.
But then you have to be honest to your smartphone.
Yes, and you have to prove that I've been running by making a picture of my sweaty face and uploading it into the game, so people can see that I've been really doing it.
Yeah.
But of course, you have to be honest. Everybody can cheat.
Yeah.
Gamers are cheaters.
yeah, tell me.
But also, it's more like it's support, and it works. If I get a push notification. Harry's been running and I'm sitting on my couch and I'm doing nothing.
So maybe that gives you the idea.
It gives me a little incentive. So it's about creating triggers to stimulate people to do the right thing. Yeah.
Why are games for health important?
Well, probably everybody says that the health costs are exploding, there are less people to care, less professionals. So there's an efficiency part, and I think games can help to make this more efficient. If, for instance, you look at Heartfill, it's more fun for the players to change their lifestyle, but it's also more efficient for that coach because he is able to coach more groups at the same time, and so it's more efficient. But I also think is that people are changing, and the digital natives of this time are more susceptible to these kinds of stimulations, and I think and people demand higher quality, and I think games can help to achieve that.
What's your favorite example of a game for health? Is it your own or is it?
Yes, of course. Yes. What I like about our own approach is that it is a blended solution. I really believe in these kind of solutions, not standalone games, but games as an enhancement of existing treatment.
So you mean that you just don't have to learn everything just by the game?
It's not all digital.
But you also still go to see your coach.
You have contact, real life contact. You have to do things in real life, but you use games as a trigger, as a means to create more impact on that. And I think gaming should be. We should start small, with small solutions. And one of those solutions is the pillow project. Well, you've probably seen it, where you press on a pillow to start a game. I really believe in those kind of solutions because they're simple, and you can start from that and build from that. Because the problem is so big if you start. If you want to create big solutions, it takes a lot of time, a lot of money, and you don't get started. And that's why the Future of Health Award is so important, because it's a way to push these kinds of developments, because otherwise it wouldn't be possible.
And to show governments or health insurance companies that
this can work. Yeah.
Is there an important trend going on? Do you see a trend in games for health?
I see several trends. I think you have parallel trends. The first in serious gaming in health was a lot of simulation to become a better surgeon, and now you see what's getting stronger is games to enhance your physical ability, like the pillow, but the use of Kinect. I think what Microsoft did by opening the Kinect platform, that is a huge stimulus for development. But I think the other important trend is social, is creating social environments and using combinations of games and social media to change behavior.
Encourage you even
to encourage
more.
Or change behavior or support people.
Sometimes it seems that people think games for health are the solution for everything. Do you feel that way?
No.
No?
No.
What sort of situation don't they work? Do they not work?
Well, I think in-person contact will stay very important, because you are vulnerable as a patient. So you need this personal contact, and I think sometimes what you said, games can become boring if you play them for too long. So if you in your treatment you depend on people playing a game for a long time, then it gets really expensive to develop new layers and new levels. But I think if you really fit games on existing treatments and use them as an enhancement, there are the real chances, I believe.
What will the world look like in 10 years' time in this field?
Well, indeed, you come back to other trends, technical trends. I think the touchless interfacing, not having to touch stuff, is going to become really important. And with the development of higher resolution cameras that enable more precise movement, I think that's an important technological trend that we will see the results of in 10 years. And I think mobile devices will become very important, because you have a strong computer in your pocket, and combining these mobile devices with extra sensors that will enable you to do a lot of physical games on the spot.
And on the patient side, will they change at all? Will they be more eager to use games, or will they?
I think so, because the digital natives will become patients. They're pretty young right now compared to the average patient, which is a lot of older people, of course. But I think patients will increasingly become susceptible to gaming and will. And they will think. I think they will find it normal to do it this way. And now at the moment, it's an exception, and I think it will become normal as a standard package, standard part of.
Also, the old people. The people,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, I believe. People, also all the people do game a lot, and they play
Yeah.
different kind of games. And they play games like Word Feud or puzzle games, not so much shoot 'em ups. So, yes, I think also that older people will get this.
So to conclude this interview, what sort of game do you use yourself for your health?
For my health, Runkeeper, but yeah, it's not really a game. No, at the moment, no games
Not really.
For my
Well,
health.
Runkeeper could count as a
Yeah,
game. I
yeah,
think it's
yeah.
sort of well, it keeps your scores and
It's a
just,
social environment.
yeah, and you can send it out to
Yeah.
your friends on Facebook. So well, it counts.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.